on a cold rainy Sunday, you take your favorite book and relax. I am perfectly happy and content with a good book and a hot cup of coffee. Nothing to do, it's Sunday, put your feet up, take a cup of coffee, take your book, sit near the window, enjoy the rain. Best position. You see that someone has been kind enough to make a cup of coffee for you. Can't get better. You pick the coffee cup, take the first sip, and as soon as you take the first sip, you realize that the person has forgotten to put sugar in the coffee. In such situations, we start complaining about how careless that person is. Can't even make a proper cup of coffee. Can't even make one proper cup of coffee. You get irritated. We start complaining. एक कॉफी का कप नहीं बना सकते, समझ में नहीं आती कुछ. Too lazy to get up. We somehow struggle through the bitter, tasteless cup. And it's a real struggle. You don't enjoy the coffee, you're not happy, it's tasteless, but you're still going through it. Only to find undissolved sugar granules at the bottom of the cup. There was sugar in the coffee. He had not forgotten to put sugar. There were sugar granules at the end of the coffee, you realized. What was needed on our part was to stir the coffee and spread the sweetness. Fault was ours. We were at fault that we did not stir the coffee, and we started complaining that fellow was careless, he can't put sugar, then she didn't even bother to see whether it is sweetened or no, she didn't even bother to put sugar, etc., etc. We started complaining because normally in any situation it is very difficult for a person to realize that yes, maybe I am at fault. Very difficult. Here, what was needed on our part was to stir the coffee and spread the sweetness. Very simple. But we did not do that. We started looking outside, complaining, and somehow struggled through the bitter, tasteless cup. In our lives also the same thing happens. We keep complaining about what others have not done for me. And as the days pass, as the age passes, end of the day, somewhere looking behind, we realize that, oh, because of all this, we have just struggled through our lives. Like it was a bitter, tasteless cup. Let us not struggle through life. Life is too precious to struggle through. If there is a need for me to take the spoon and stir the coffee and spread the sweetness, let us do it. Why not? Why complain that somebody has not done this for me? Why not take a spoon and try to stir it first and see whether there is sugar in it? Because in every life there is sugar lying in the coffee. Be sure of it. Our only problem is we have not been able to stir it. So what was needed on our part was just to stir the coffee and spread the sweetness. Sometimes we struggle through the tasteless cup of coffee till the last sip, then realize sugar lying at the bottom. That's life. Sweetened but not stirred well.